And to my left, you can't see her, but she's right there. My lovely wife, Jenny. And Marcus is here, and he's like right over there. Yeah, we're going to be talking about thrifted items that we can use for bug out bags, and not just bug outs. You can also use it for your bushcraft bags, everyday carry, you name it. And a lot of my items are thrifted from Ren fairs and as well as flea markets, secondhand shops, thrift shops, with a very few that have purchased outright because the other bags I have are wore out, with a couple of exceptions. But CR just mentioned that he has the one he's been working on that he's been building, and he has it right next to him. I'm kind of curious what he has and what it contains. So be interested to hear what he's got. And if you're interested in coming on up, the link is in the chat. I just put it in there just a few minutes ago. You're more than welcome to try to come up. Had some issues the other day, so hopefully I can get some people up here. That's okay. How you doing, CR? Hope things are going well. Are you eating? Is that it? Because we just had fish sticks. Which I made into sandwiches. Jenny had them just as fish sticks.
There's loads of equipment out there when it comes to camping, but today we have got all of our camping equipment on scene.
Forgive me, folks. I forgot to shut my TV off. It's got YouTube on, and I didn't want to get dinged for somebody else's stuff. Hey, Gunner, how you doing? Yes, I did. I didn't get as much as I would like because budget, wise, I put out a ton of videos, so please go check those out. I got a few things that I, brought back with me that I really, really liked. Ian got some, Jenny got some stuff that I picked up for her that hopefully she likes. So I will be showing those items off as I can. I also got some items that I picked up, obvious enough, out of the trash. Please forgive me, but sometimes free items is free items, and you can't really beat it. Now, I'm not going to go through a lot of the stuff which I went through on Tuesday, but I am going to go through the bags that I got, whether mostly thrifted, and then some of the items I'm going to be adding, subtracting, and some stuff like that. But I'm working on it. But if you haven't seen any of the things that I acquired, let me know. We'll see what I can do about showing them off. They're just right there on my desk, and I will do that. I got my coffee. I'm all ready to go. I got my 2 bags sitting right here with a few of the lot of the thrifted items, which include my Bugout bag, my bushcraft bag, I should say, is the more thrifted item right now. Because my everyday carry bag, which I carry with me, I purchased the bag. That's the only one I did. Brand new, off a TikTok shop. But a lot of the stuff in it is thrifted. Hey, Molly. How you doing? Glad you can make it. I did get my tripod. If you want to see it, I can show you. I found the tripod hun that I was looking for, and I grabbed the wrong one, but it worked out anyway. Yeah, I did get a new tripod. Let me show it to you here real quick. This one right here. This one here is a Calamar tripod. It's actually kind of nice. Take a look at that. It's all green. It's got green.
Something's mad at me.
Yep. I wanted to do a road video about going to and from the fair, but I forgot to hook some parts that I needed to hook my phone up to my Jenny's dash. CR says hi.
Hello.
You want to say hi to everybody, hon?
Hi, everybody.
Oh, there's Macus.
He's all mad because he didn't get his treats.
Yeah, he's been. He's miffed. He didn't get his treats. Now, I'm not sure how many of you thrift your items like I do. Me, I just wander around and I find things randomly, mostly. Sometimes I get lucky. Sometimes people get lucky and tell me about it. Then I go grab stuff. I do want. I'm gonna try to see if I can get your lighter to work, honey. I don't know. Is it still over here?
You left it in the bedroom.
Okay. Well, I'll be right back for. Oh, I mean that's Jenny's blanket. It's not actually blue. It's purple. It's just the colors on my screen is a little off. I'm not sure if I can fix the color hue, but that's actual purple. Don't ask me. Ask Jenny. That's her. She chose it. Where in the bedroom, huh?
Behind the alarm clock.
Okay. Hey, hon. Look.
Hey, it's working. Ooh, it's green.
One of the items I picked up for Jenny, actually I picked up two, but is this right here. And yes, it is for 50 cents. And it's running out of fuel, but it is working at the moment. And that for my finger. But it's also a compass. It looks like a water bottle. But yeah. And you take the lid off, and it's just a little butane deal. CR said purple, laughed, and did the little symbol for this. Now, I picked up two lighters like this for 50 cents each. I couldn't really beat it because Jenny had one before, but she went to Walmart one night and it was on her purse and it got knocked off because the lid came off because it was attached by this little piece right here and it didn't quite, it came off because it just screws on. But I like the fact that I have to figure that out why it doesn't work when I want it to. But there it is. Oh, by the way, love, this is for you. To go on.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Now, like I said, I did get two of those. Got another one. It's like a little thing, but I was in the process of trying to fuel it up and a piece fell out and I've been trying to find it ever since. It's in the kitchen somewhere on the floor, counter. Not sure where. But some of the items, I did get a really nice Tramontina Bolo Machete, which I'm really proud of, for $5. I do like that one quite a bit. And that will be a part of my bushcraft gear once I get it reorganized. I'll probably have to reorganize it tomorrow when I have more time. but I'm going to be doing a lot of more stuff about thrifting and stuff like that. So if there's something up from Tuesday or Saturday night when I showed them off before that you would like me to go over again, please let me know. I will definitely do that for you. Oh, by the way, this right here was already on it. I didn't put that on there. That was already on there.
Well,
That's good though for me.
yeah.
I don't have to buy another one, which I had another one in my seat somewhere. I was not sure what I did with it. I did pick up a new Mora for $10. Not new to it looks like brand new to me, but I think I dropped it, which is entirely probable. I knocked a lot of stuff off my stuff back here. Now, or it's in my office. I'm not sure which. I'm not sure where you guys want me to start from the bags, because I've got two bags. One is from the TikTok shop, and which is this one here. Came with a different patch, which I gave to Ian. This is one of my patches. I added my Kid Outdoors to. This right here is a survival kit onto itself. It's got food in here. It's got water in here. It's got way to cook food, way to got water filtration. It's got a shelter in here. Actually, technically, it's got two shelters because it's got a ridgeline tarp in there, which I can go over as you want me to. It does not have an axe, which I did bring out for that purpose to add either the axe to this one or the my bushcraft bat one, which is the simple hatchet, which I picked up at the flea market. Same flea market, different year, part of the year, like earlier this year, or was it last year? I think it was last year, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, last year. Start with which bag? Bag one or bag two? Or Bilbo Baggins? I threw that one out for Jenny. But this is a simple one. I had to put a new things in here to make it sturdy and stuff like that. But and I've abused it a little bit, as you can see. Let's go bushcraft today. So, hey, sure, how you doing? Long time no see. Thank you, blessings. I really blessings to you too, sir. I can understand that. You know what CR said?
What?
Since Molly's here. Hey, look, Molly. You know what that means? This is Molly webbing. Different spelling. Same kind of thing. Okay, from the outside of the bag, working my way in, I've got a couple of things. I'm going to start off with something small, still thrifted, simple little compass. You know, I just attach it to my D-rings on my harness, and it's always good to have. This is one of two that I carry. I got another brass one, which I carry in the bag, but this one here is usually on my thing here so I can look down and see which direction, make sure I'm going the right way. Not that I can't tell which way is north or anything, but sometimes I get turned around. Oh, man. When I get my desk straightened out, I will definitely be showing you more. Go around this way because I got to show you the different stuff I usually carry on here. This is my waist belt. Let me say it here. And for those people who know me a little bit better, let me turn this around because I'm all twisted. This is a antique military medic pouch. I have it because I was a medic in the military and I kind of like that kind of thing. Now, first thing I carry in here, because I have knee issues, is some ibuprofen, military grade, and a simple first aid kit. Nothing fancy, just simple one from Walmart. That's because the bag has been restocked multiple times. So the original stuff that's in here is not what was in here originally. But the pouch is thrifted. And that's about it on this one. But I added it to this system because I like having access to first aid on my belt, whether it be for blisters, whether it be for splinters, burns, you name it. Not as extensive as I would like to carry, but weight-wise, it's a good thing to carry. It's my everyday carry thing. That's what good thing to do. I have gloves in my kit. I just restocked them in there today. CR, I will show you those in a minute. It's on one of the outside pouches. And I'll show you those in a bit here. Oops, I just dropped my freaking pouch. I have to keep my belt snapped shut or this thing slides off. It's old school. It's got a belt loop, not a molly, so I do my best with what I got here. Okay, I'm gonna start off on this molly pouch right here. Work my way in. I don't have any overhead cameras where I can go do it above. So please bear with me with what I've got. On this side here is my hydration setup for filtering. Only thing I keep my my Sawyer Mini water filter and my my cover for my pack cover. Now you can, in a pinch, use this. This is a simple pack cover from Walmart, but you can use it for shelter if you really, really had it, no choice. But this is a simple Sawyer Mini. I thrifted the bag from somewhere, I can't remember where, but it's just a simple Sawyer, nothing fancy. Hey Eddie, how you doing, brother? So like I said, it's just a simple Sawyer. Now, do I have thrifted filters? Oh, you better believe it. I have about 3 that I've got thrifted. One was brand new in the box, and it was my latest one, and it filters out viruses, radiation, and all this other stuff. And it came with 2 filters, and it filters out up to 240 gallons of water. I will show that off if you guys want me to. It's brand new in the box. Jenny's got one of her own, which is very similar in hers, but hers is a little bit, filters out a lot more. Also thrifted, brand new. Now, this bag weighs about 32 pounds, 31 and a half pounds, give or take. So bear with me here because I'm trying to adjust. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. That's better. Now, this bag here does come off. Comes a waist bag if you want to, or a shoulder bag. Snake bite kit, brand new. Actually thrifted, by the way. That's still new. And a silcock key. You guys who know anything about anything, you know these are very important. That's all I keep in this side. And I did go through that to make sure that everything is current and up to date. That way it doesn't expire. Okay, in this pouch here, I would take everything out and then leave it on the floor, but then Jenny would complain. I carry.
It's not you taking it out and putting it out before you picking it up when you're done.
I've been getting better at it, and you know that. I carry a Hart Allen wrench set. This is actually because of my bow that I carry. This one here is my Wayward Soho lighter. This one here uses the same butane as uses this kind of stuff right here to refill. And this one here took me 3 weeks to get from Minnesota, from Garage Grown Gear. Don't ask me why it did. It just took it that long to get here.
It took the scenic route.
It did. It got all the way to Des Moines and decided to go to Kentucky. Now, this right here is my other compass that I mentioned earlier. It's a decent little compass. It's not map grade or anything like that, but it does work. And I did realize I just had some more of these Propel drink mixes because I always like those over most. This, like I said, this is the other compass I usually have on my outside of my strap because it's a little button compass, but it works. I normally carry my archery glove in there, but I forgot to put it in there. Okay. And then in the main part of the pouch, I carry a Avant headlamp. I'm not going to go through all that, but there's the gloves I was talking about, CR. Just simple Walmart gloves because you never know when you're going to need them. They're not work gloves, but they work for me. Simple work gloves. The strap that allows me to wear it on my side or my waist. Archery glove, which I mentioned earlier. Yep, that's true. I did a whole thing about that, those lighters going through the mail. There's CR. Now, you can get attachments to those lighters to be used as a torch setup, which is really nice. A patch kit for sleeping pads. That's usually, I've used that one usually for my thermarest, my military thermarest. And Eddie, you might recognize these. Knife, fork, and spoon set. USA grade. Thank you very much. I never go anywhere without those. Now, I do have more than a few knives in here, but this is the one I carry with me everywhere. Now, I had changed it over from a Mora to this Flissa that I got from Corn Fed because I actually like the way this feels in my hand compared to the Mora because it's got a micarta handle and it's got I think it's a really decent blade with a 90-degree spine on the back. And it's even got a lanyard hole in there. Only thing is, I wish it was left-handed. That's the only thing I wish I had a left-handed sheath to go with that, but I don't. Please tell me, people, if you know anybody who does left-handed equipment for bushcraft and stuff, because it sucks not having things left-handed. Now, I'm not sure how many people carry anything for keeping your brain occupied, but I did pick up some waterproof Hoyle ones at a secondhand store here in town. And they're actually kind of cool. For anybody who's been in the military, you learn how to play cards. I don't know if it's a Scandi CR. Let me double check. I don't think it is. I think it's pretty close. Like a false Scandi, but it's really freaking close if not. But it is razor sharp. And I like it's heavy, got a decent heft to it. But it is a Flissa. It's not what you call a really expensive blade. But Cornfed got it for me in a trade where I gave him some stuff. He gave me some stuff, and that kind of thing. So yeah, I thank Cornfed Rob for that every day because I like this one. That's why I moved my Mora out and this in. Now, like I said, these are like waterproof playing cards. And yes, they're see-through, except for you can't tell what it is. Just a simple little thing. And yes, that is blue. Someone put a big joker and little joker, little L and B on there. I picked this one up at a store here in town. They just happen to have them in a bin. I go, dang, I could definitely use this for. I actually got 2 of these. More Propel. I like my Propel, folks. Now, I do have more than one eating utensil. This one here actually came about due to something that Fox Outdoors found, and I just decided to see what it was all about. Got any 7s? Yes, I've got 4 of them. We're not playing Go Fish. Now, I do have my spork. And it does look like a little clunky spork, doesn't it? Well, it's because it's not just a spork. It does have a little, like a little steak knife. It's not a great knife. It's got a little bit of an edge. Kind of blued colored. Which just kind of snaps into the thing there. And at the end of that is a little teeny little ferro rod. Nothing fancy, but it's great for getting into MREs and stuff like that. Let's see here. That's work related. That's not going to be mentioned. I have a ton of Propel in here, so since I stopped drinking Pepsi, I've been drinking that. Hygiene item. Hey, sure. Hey, Jason. Okay. I keep that near me because I get sweaty. So I also keep an extra bandana and an extra hair tie because I do have longer hair. I do keep both those items with me at all times. Give me a second. Let me put everything back in here. That way my wife doesn't get mad at me for not keeping my stuff picked up. But I try to keep, I need to put spare batteries in for my headlamp, which is still pretty bright. And it does have the red lens aspect too. So that's pretty, I like that aspect. I do carry a bow with me when I'm on the road because you never know when you might need one. But that's for a different video. Yes, it does have a 90-degree spine. Oh, you're talking about this? I don't, no, it does not. It does. There's a little notch on the bottom portion of the knife blade that you can use. Even though this spoon is long, it's not as long as that put together all together. But the belt is actually kind of cool. It does have got those strap parts. You can just strap it together like that and it snaps together. And if you don't get done with that, you can just quick release. So that's actually pretty cool. I keep it attached most of the time because I don't really need to take it apart. But it's got loops on here that you can snap those to make it easier for you can use it as a shoulder bag or you can use it as a waist bag. So, or your fanny pack type situation. Yes, I would carry a bow over a bow drill. Because I have so many other methods of starting fires, I don't need anything else. I mean, literally, I do carry lots of, Bic lighters and stuff. Now, I would be adding a battery pack to my gear, but I'm not sure which pouch that would be in, but that's on the list. Just trying to find my one lighter I just had, my Soho, but I'm not sure where it went to. I just had it, and I just misplaced it. Probably in my chair, and I'm just not seeing it. Now, I do carry extra battery packs. I carry Anchor batteries because I just happen to have a preference for those. Because we have like about 7 of them here in the house. And they work really, really well for what they do. Now, on the outside of the other side, I carry my medication for my heart for about 8 days worth. Extra stakes for my tent and or for my Ridgeline tarp, which I carry on there too. And don't ask me, this is work related, so that's not even supposed to be in there. But, camps, it's kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can get this thing up here where you can see it better. It's hard to see, really. It's camp suds. There you go. Biodegradable. You can wash your hair, wash your clothes. This right here will probably last me about 2 to 3 weeks. Hey, Doug, how you doing? Long time no see, brother. Now, these stakes are not fancy. I carried extra hair tie because like I said, I use hair ties a lot. This simple extra black stakes. I have a whole bunch more that Ian gave me that I'll keep these with me no matter where I go. Oop, almost forgot to put that back on there. Now, this is because I do have a heart condition, folks, but I can carry up to 8 days. I have used this last weekend to have them replace those, but that's what I usually carry. And it's waterproof. Don't have to keep worrying about my medication, that kind of thing. Better be safe than sorry, and this at least gives me a week's worth if I have to be on the road somewhere. Oh, you moved north. Okay. I did not know that. North Carolina, Doug. That's cool. Now that I know who you are, you don't need to put the South Florida in anymore. Now, I only got 2 pouches left. That's the main front pouch and the middle main bigger pouch. And the one in front, I think, carries more. If you think about it, right now I need to add more water because I use my water. But this is my Nalgene water bottle. I got the cover from, as you can see, this thing's beat up to all get out. But the bottle itself is in mint condition. I take care of that bottle, and the cover helps. It insulates it from the cold. Now, I do have to watch out for it when it's sub-zero temperatures because I don't have much on that one yet. Well, you and Rob both moved this weekend. Cornfed just moved into a new house. Now, does anybody here use alcohol stoves or anything like that? Is it just me? Because I got my, everybody who knows me knows I've got this old antique metal Sterno stove that I have painted it black. This is not your standard pot metal tin. This is actually pretty sturdy. You can use this either for your Sterno if you got it. I wouldn't. Alcohol stove, or you can use it as a twig stove in a pinch. But it flat packs, as you can see, to that, but it pops up about that tall. And it's pretty sturdy, and it's not that heavy. But it's also, I just keep it in here because of the soot and everything. But I carry that in the thing besides my water bottle. I'm not going to go through this pouch, but this is one of my two fire kits. This is the one with my my flint and steel set, which I carry on a regular basis. It's also got my I believe it's jute or coconut husk in here, as well as my char cloth, some fat wood, and some flint. Extra flint. And this is my Nalgene. It's my hygiene kit, so basic hygiene. This is my secondary fire kit. It's got the extra Bic lighter, flint, ferro rods. It's also got my blanket pins and stuff like that. I do have some new blanket pins, which I'm going to be adding to this kit because you never have too many of those. Because I got some really nice brass ones over the weekend. And this is one of my one of the other mowers. I said I do carry a mower in here, but this is my secondary knife I carry in my bag. As the saying goes, 2 is 1, 1 is none. So I carry 2. I just like the Flissa, just the way it feels and everything else. This is just going to be my backup. Random 100-foot piece of paracord. Now, this here is not technically thrifted, but it was a gift and a piece of history for me. The ferro rod was a gift. This was one of the shells from my dad's funeral, from his 21-gun salute. So I made it into my ferro rod holder. And it is a 6-inch, an 8-inch, is it 6? 8-inch ferro rod, half-inch ferro rod that I got from Cliff. And this is the shell that my dad's funeral. So that one's just on me because I like that one because it was my dad. But I got more in there. That's true. This was in a bargain bin. I'm not sure if that counts. At a Dollar General. This is turn it over. You can probably see it right there. A Black & Decker folding saw, probably a pruning saw. Nothing fancy about it, but this thing cuts extremely well for what it is. I've never heard of a Black & Decker pruning folding saw before. It's got a decent rubberized grip on it. It's orange, so you can really miss it. And yeah, paid $5 for that. I'm not going to, denounce that too much. Make sure I got everything else out of here. Now, this bag does have a spot where it seems like it should have more space available, but it doesn't have a pocket there. Right in front of the back, the front molly, there's a space that expands like an accordion that gives about this much space, about that tall, but it's not connected to anything. I've been debating about getting another pocket sewn into this with zippers and a flap and everything, but I'll leave that for another day. Hey, Roscoe. Yes, I do. I don't do a lot of big game hunting. I do a lot of small game hunting because where I live, it is very difficult to find decent spots that's not on private land that someone hasn't already staked out. And I'm sorry to say that a lot of bow hunters who hunt for deer are extremely territorial. Doesn't matter if you get there first. Doesn't matter if you've been there for 3 hours. They come in and they see you sitting there. What are you doing in my spot? On public land, mind you. So, yeah. I don't like that. But it happens more often than not, unfortunately. I prefer rabbits, squirrels, small game, turkey, that kind of thing. I shoot a takedown longbow for when I'm on the road. If I go for a serious hunt, I pull out my 74-pound bow, but that's for if I ever get a chance to actually go any deer hunting. And I will be doing that eventually, but not quite yet. I have been benched for the last 2 years due to a knee injury. And I haven't been able to get out and about like I want to. I have just now gotten to the point where I can actually walk without a cane. I had knee surgery earlier this year. Now, that was it for that first pouch, folks. I'm going to start pulling out the big items here for the last items I have for this bag. I still got a bag to show you. That's for my bushcraft stuff. That's a whole different ball game. And yeah, do you bow hunt, Roscoe? And by the way, I love your name. Don't get me wrong. James Best was one hell of a guitar player, if you didn't know. This is part of my Big Agnes system. I got a Big Agnes copper spur 2, which I picked up at the D.A.V thrift shop earlier last year, for about $10. It's not brand new, but it's in really decent shape. It's all there, pieces, parts, everything works, and came with a footprint and everything. $10. So it's in what's the name of the bag? I can't tell you the name of the bag, but it's got everything's set up in these bags here. You got to say Daisy Duke twice. You know that, devil dog. Cletus. Not much on Cletus, though. Yep. There you go. Oh, I think you forgot somebody. You did. You're missing somebody there, Eddie. I'm not sure if you got it, but I think you're missing somebody. Where's Cooter? You forgot Cooter. Now, I do have a center pole ridgeline tarp, which I use with my hiking poles, but I don't usually carry my hiking poles with everything. Hey, Magnus, how you doing? Lulu, yep, that's Boss's wife and Roscoe's wife. Now, I mentioned that I do carry a alcohol stove. Which I carry in my Optimus fuel bottle. I carry 99% alcohol in here. Flash. Oh, thank you, Magnus. I forgot all about. You can never forget Flash. I love Flash. I loved his ears. Now, this right here was a lot of my gear. That's in this pack I used over the weekend. I did not use my alcohol stove because I didn't need it because I was cooking over. I used a different stove this weekend, but I carry all my gear. I got my pot, got this pot, another pot, as well as my kettle, my stove, some food, liquid items like a lot of coffee in here. Paid $7 for most of the stuff that's right here, except for the stove, because it's when I got this, I got all this, and a few items that were in here already for $7. Now, this is not the original parts, because I added some new stuff, but it had one of these. I added one. But this is here I picked up and added to. I had a brass one, but I gave it away and got me a lighter one made of aluminum. Bag of coffee and other drink mixes. One of my many, probably about 10 ferro rods I have on me. Clamp goes with my mess kit. Salt and pepper. And fire starters, which I got secondhand. Everything, all this is all secondhand stuff, with the exception of this. Hey, Scott, how you doing, brother? I will call you tomorrow afternoon. I am going to be adding more of my drink mixes to this thing with my Propel, but I've got some other electric drink mixes I keep in there because I can't drink soda because it's just too sweet. I used to have a small bottle of the Camp Suds in here, but I misplaced the little bottle because I've been using that big bottle to refill it. When I lost it, misplaced it, whatever you want to call it, I end up moving the big bottle into my bag and carrying that instead. But most of that stuff, with the exception of the newer things, all came in here for $7 at a secondhand store called Collectomania over in Des Moines. So this came all as one kit, just as is. Oh, I bet. Let's see what else do I got in here. More steaks. They're not missed steaks, just steaks. I carry extras. And I do carry I got knocked over there, but I have a pair of wool socks I usually keep in there. My military stocking, watch cap with my name on it. Wait, oh yeah, almost forgot the most important thing. It's a little crumpled, but it's there. My Mountain House lasagna. This is actually thrifted, by the way. I did not buy this new. Paid $10 at a place called Where You Been in Des Moines. Give me a second here. My knees are not been hurting a lot lately. But then again, I did do an extensive amount of walking over the weekend. I did over 6 miles. And that was the most walking I've done in least 2 years. Now, I do have a decent pair of wool socks, Columbia wool socks. I'm going to be switching a lot of this stuff out for my winter stuff when it gets a little colder. But I do carry all this stuff with me. That's just one bag, folks. If you saw, that's what I carry on a regular basis, everyday type stuff. All said and told, it weighs 31.7 pounds. Elk has been spotted in Iowa because I'm from Iowa. It's not a common season here. We have more white-tailed deer here. We sometimes get bears, sometimes get a wild boar kind of thing, but those are on the extreme edges of our state. Northeastern Iowa gets some bear activity. Boar activity is mostly southeast Iowa, southwest Iowa, and elk has been spotted, but I don't know. Even some nutrias have been seen here. Some armadillos have been seen here, but nothing on a regular season type situation. Bobcats does get seen, and cougars are starting to get seen with more frequency. So even though they said they're not here until someone posted they shot one. But I like shooting smaller game because it reproduces faster, and they don't need a lot of heavy-duty brush to thrive and survive. Yes, it is. I gave up my cane about a month ago. It's sitting right there. And it took me a long while after my surgery. I had my surgery done in February, and I'm still recovering 100%. I still have some issues due to that my knee gets really sore after a bit of walking. Stiff, mostly. But I survive, so I'm doing okay. I'm putting my stuff back in my bag so I don't misplace anything. So bear with me, folks. But I do like my Big Agnes Copper Spur 2 tent. It is surprisingly that it fits in my bag as it stands. But I carry extra stakes, extra ropes, and everything else. There's my tarp. I actually, last year, I picked up 9 of these different style tarps from the D.A.V thrift shop when I was working there part-time because being on workman's comp and stuff like that. And somehow, some way, a bunch of this gear came through, and I snagged almost 90% of it. Not all of it, but 90% of it. But like I said, this thing weighs about 31.7 pounds, all said and told. And that's my everyday carry. We've had moose pop in from time to time. Don't ask me. I mean, a moose got caught in somebody's swimming pool a few years ago, which was kind of funny. But it's not a common thing here in Iowa. Because I'm in central Iowa, literally about 50 miles from the center of Iowa. So that's not something we would normally see here. No, it's not a lot of fat on there, but that's why you don't go for one style of game all the time, because there's other things that have more fat on it. Yes, like raccoons, porcupines, and things like that, muskrats, groundhogs, those kind of things, they have a lot of fat on them. And we even have some beaver here too. So those kind of things do have a lot of fat on there, and they are quite common. But they can trap those, you can hunt those, any of those things. Though porcupine's not common, but it can be done. It's called rabbit starvation because it's a protein. They're high in protein, low in fat. But I'd rather have the protein than not eat it. So, and my wife raised rabbits growing up. That's, her family did for food. So that's something I get. Now, the next bag I'm going to be going through, because I'm done with my everyday carry bag, is going to be my bushcraft bag. And like I said, most of it is going to be thrifted from the bag itself, which is a GP medium military bag, rucksack, to, I'm not exactly sure what I got in there. It's been a while since I've been through this one. We'll start off with the ones I have on the outside and something that just fell out. My hatchet, which I picked up at a flea market a couple years ago, and I had to re-haft it because it had a different type of handle on it, and I didn't like it. It had a fiberglass handle. Not a big fan of those, so I took the handle off, put this on. It's in pretty good shape. I beat the crap out of it, but it's still one of my favorite hatchets. Now, it's good that porcupine can be eaten, folks. Just so you know. I'm debating on putting this next item in my bag, but I have it. It's not rated for cold weather, but I'd rather have it than not need it. And it's kind of a luxury item. Please forgive me. It's just a simple Climate Static V. I paid about $4 for it, $3 or $4 for it, at the same thrift store last year. Yeah, the R rating is probably about 1.5, but it's not. This is not the insulated one. This is just a regular one, but it's better than sleeping on the ground. Okay, Cliff. Okay, I'm good to go. Now, for those people who just saw the bag I just had, I had one of these. This one here is the same kind of a different style bag, but it is another. The first one was an MSR kit. The pot, the pan, the bowl, and the kettle, all MSR. This is another MSR kit. I added this piece here because I didn't have any way of closing it up. But this one here was also thrifted at the Watcher County Flea Market a couple of years ago. Now, this one here wasn't technically thrifted. This one came off of Temu for like $5, and I'm not going to disparage this one because the what it is. I got this one off of Temu for about $5 on sale. This thing is a beast. Yes, it's heavy as hell. I can move these if I want to, or I can turn it upside down and hang it like that. The link is at the top of the chat for those who want to come up. But this right here is a solid piece of kit. And for the $5, I'm not going to knock it. I can't even find this anymore in that price, especially with woven a mesh top. I did pick this up here at Goodwill, a bunch of these cotton rounds, which I just throw some. These make really good fire starters. This is actually a couple pieces thing I picked up from work, actually. Little tie down stuff. I was going to try to tie this onto this and use it as this is an extra tie rope. I already got one on there already, as you can see. It's just an extra rope for the tarp, which I have in there. I have more than, like I said, I had 9 tarps. More, this is just braided nylon, macrame cordage. Even more cordage. Some of it's old tent stuff and everything else. So I just put some more tie down stuff. You never have too much cordage. Now this one here, I carry a different knife. This one here is a Coast knife, which I got from Tyler Woods. He gave to me a while back. It needs to have a new scales put on. I do have new scale material, which I want to have put on, but simple bushcraft. I could beat the crap out of that thing and it'll be fine. More straps. Also, these also came from my workplace. These were going to be tossed in the trash, and I like using them for strapping down everything. This one here was thrifted. Simple little fire starter log. Also got this at the same place I got my pack. This is the poncho with another one of my hair ties, holding it together. I've got to go back and watch that. I have been too busy today. I had physical therapy and a whole bunch of other stuff I had to do today. So I will go back and watch that tomorrow when I have time. This right here is, I'm not sure, I think it came from AliExpress, is my wood gas stove. Now I can use this with my alcohol stove and everything else. I don't have a second alcohol stove at the moment, but I plan on getting one. This is the tarp that I have in here. This one here is a Z-Pax Hexamid tarp. And yeah, for those people who know that these things are not cheap, but I paid, let's see, I think I paid like $3.95 for this one at the same place I bought everything else. And this thing's like ultra lightweight. My auger bit deal, Scotch eye auger. This one here is fairly large. I like the longer ones over the shorter ones. I don't have a ready-made handle for it, but I figured I could make one in the field. I do carry one of these in here because you never know when you're going to need one. I think I have the wrong piece over here, and I think it might be over here on my side over here. I have to wait and see. I think I got it. Give me a second here. I'm dropping things. Yep. I think this is the wrong piece. I think it goes with this one. Yep. It goes with this one. So there it is. It's always good to have one of these for your pots and stuff. Fat wood. Picked that up when I picked up one of my ferro rods. This in here, I can't explain why I have it, but I have it. My sledgehammer. Yes, I have a hatchet, but I have it anyway. Now here's the bag itself. It's a medium one. And on the outside of the pouches, I am going to be adding a water filter to this setup, which I have not done yet. And I have to repack this too, so. I do have a spare backpack in here as a spare, just in case I need it. For like if I need to make small trips away from camp, that kind of thing. I don't want to have to carry everything. That was a gift. This right here was a gift from Jason McDaniels. I had won it on his channel in a giveaway. So I'm technically counting that one as free. It didn't cost me anything. I got a lot of this stuff. I think I was actually given the poncho. I technically did not get from the a thrift store, but I was contacted by the person who owned it for Ian, and I asked for the poncho, and I got the poncho. Now, this next item, the bag is thrifted from the Goodwill outlet store in Des Moines. This right here, for those people who know what it is, Pathfinder water bottle, $2.99 at Goodwill. The only thing I did pick up from the Self-Reliance Outfitters is 3 things: the cup and lid, and the bottles, the holder hanger. I would have added the stove, but I forgot to grab that one at the time. They were out of stock when I ordered them. But these are the Pathfinder model stuff. So, but that's what I've got in there right now. I mean, I'm going to be adding my machete, which I will show off here in a second. If anybody's interested, all you have to do is put a 1 in the chat if you're interested in seeing it, and some of the other stuff that I acquired over the weekend. Ian acquired more than I did, small stuff and everything else, and we found a ton of free stuff in the trash. So there is that. Be well, Scott. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay, give me a second here, folks. Oh, my niece. Now, these are just my items, not what Ian picked up. They're whole different things. And a few other items that I've acquired at thrift shops and Facebook Marketplace, which I'll still count as thrifting. The bell you hear is a bear bell. Picked up at Goodwill for $3. I actually got 2 of these, one for Ian, one for me. Now, are these any good? I don't know. This one is a Silverfoot bear bell. Now, why they are in Iowa, I don't know. They were not bought at the same place the other places was. I just found them randomly. Okay. I understand about stretching the knees. Okay. This is one of my favorite finds. I still have to find my other Mora I just picked up, which is a red Mora, 511. But this one's my Tramontina. Bolo machete. Paid $5 for it. Yes, I know Tramontinas aren't that expensive. But for $5, I'm not going to disparage it. I never had one. I got one now. It just needs a sheath. I need a left-handed sheath, folks. Most people don't realize that. I'm left-handed. I got to have a left-handed sheath. And it's fairly decently sharp right here. It needs a little work on the tip. Ian did acquire a couple honing stones, as well as a speed loader for a 9mm. If there's anybody here who does black powder, let me know. I've got a part that I can't use that I acquired that I don't know what to do with. But let me know if you do use black powder, and I will find a way to get it to you, because I'm not needing it. I found it in the trash, but it's in decent enough shape. It's in my office right now. I would have to find it later. But I think that's a pretty good find. I'm not sure what you guys think. And yes, it's got a little bit of surface rust, but a little TLC and some steel wool. The other side looks pretty good, as you can see. But I can just, little steel wool, that'll take care of that in no time. I actually have some in my bag. Now, this is a combination of two different items. The bag I thrifted in one spot, and what's in it, I thrifted at a different spot. But it's a good thing to have. Little simple little pair of binocs. Nothing fancy. They work exactly the way they're supposed to work. And I don't have any issues with that. And they fold down really tight and small. Now, if anybody else has anything like that, let me know. So far, I think I've gotten some really good deals because it fits in this pouch. I can't remember what I used the pouch for originally. But fits in there just like that. I will be adding that to my kit. Probably my bushcraft setup more than anything else. Now, this next item, okay, is actually from the same kit, the box that I got Ian's U.S. Marine Corps tent and a few other items. An MSR water filter. Now, it does come with a couple of extras, extra filters, that kind of thing. I paid $50 for the entire box, and it came with a platypus pouch. And let me get this out of here. I have not had a chance to use this yet, so I acquired it last year. And just hadn't had a chance to do anything, or earlier this year, I should say. This one here is the, I'm not sure which one this one is. It's an MSR water filter. I got it from thru hikers who don't thru hike anymore. Give me a second here. I'm going to add this one to my bushcraft bag. And this one here is the Waterworks EX. Give me the bottle brush and stuff like that. An extra, cleaning brush and stuff like that. Hey, Cecilia. Now, this one here did come with a brand new filter. And like I said, I'm going to probably add this one to my bushcraft setup. So I have water filtration. I've got the several water filters I can use for different setups. But this one here is my bushcraft setup. I've got a couple other ones that I just acquired. It's going to be hard to turn down water filtration when you find it. Now, this is the more extensive one. But I've got some other ones I acquired recently for $5. That is a little bit more comprehensive, but it doesn't filter as much. But it's brand new in the box with an spare filter. It's a lot like the Sawyer Mini, but it's not. And like I said, I do have that's my bear bell. Put that down there. That's not it. Well, I do have a spare filter with this one. That's going to go in my bag, that bag right there. Oh yeah, there's the spare filter for that. So I think it's pretty cool. Came with extra stuff and all the extra gear to clean it and transfer it and all that stuff. So plenty of filtration, plenty of ways of, I've got all the season covered for the most part. So I've got cover, cordage, container, cutting tools. So I got the 5 C's easy. I don't have candling device. That's the only thing I don't have at the moment. I do have fire starting capabilities. I just haven't put it in there yet. I just got to shift some stuff around. Now, I do have something I want to add to this, but I'm not sure if I want to or not. Oh, one of the things I did pick up for free in the trash on Sunday was this little hacksaw keyhole saw. It's called Great Neck, kind of like the pistol. It's like a pistol, but I'm going to use this one for an arrow saw for when I make arrows. So that's going to go in my arrow kit when I get a chance. I do not have spare food for that one yet, but I'm going to be adding it when I can. Okay. Well, I'm glad, CR. Now, in the same box that I found the saw, the little keyhole saw, I found a strop. So I can, it's in pretty decent shape. Nothing wrong with it. A little chipped right there, but there's nothing wrong with that. But it's pretty decent shape. So I got a leather strap. And I do have an extra hacksaw blade, which I plan on using with the ferro rods that I have to make that some extra strikers for ferro rods. And more cordage than I know what to do with, because I plan, I have well, it was originally meant to be a clothesline. It's bright orange. It's got 2 clips on the end, on each end, with a little tensioner as well. But that's going in there. It could either be used as a clothesline, or you could use it as a ridgeline for a tarp, whatever, even the for the poncho, anything like that. But that's what I've got so far. But no one's been up here. I've been here rambling for over an hour, and I'm still waiting for someone to pop up. So if you're planning on popping up, please do. I could use a co-host up here. I got to put some more stuff back in my bag here. I got to figure out how to repack my water filter. It's a little bigger than I'm used to using. It did come with some water purification tablets. So this is just simple Colan stuff, but it doesn't hurt to have it. It's better to have it than not need it than need it and not have it. I know. The only person that beats you was ground fog by like 1 minute. But you're not been up here either, CR. And you said you have your kit right next to you, and you have not mentioned one bit about what you have. Now, have you? Now, your gear does not necessarily have to be brand spanking new. Repurposed, reused, thrifted items will work just as well as brand new items. And something that's tested, tried, and true, as long as it works, it works. And it doesn't matter where you got it or how, long as that it works for you and it fits the skill sets that you have. And I'm a firm believer in using what I find and what I acquire. I do have a tendency to acquire some really interesting items, in my opinion. But yeah, that's my filter, which is going to be going into my bushcraft bag since I didn't have a filter in there, but I do now. I mean, all I was planning on doing was just boiling water in this, but now I don't have to. But I have 2 shelter style systems with the my tarp and my poncho. I got my knife. I've got my compasses. I got a way to make furniture if I need to. Hey Jay, how you doing, brother? I've got my cook set, and I've got my I gotta put this back in here so I can cook with this. I can boil water in this if I need to. I don't have food stored in here yet, but I have been buying gear for when I'm finally able to do the stuff I want to do. Because I have been kind of sidelined for the last little while since June of 2023 due to my knee injury. And since I have been back, I am getting myself back in shape for that. Hey, Cliff, you going to come up or not? It's right there at the top of the page, right up there. Now, like I said, the bag, I believe I was given this bag. So I didn't have one of these. I have a GP small, and it's a khaki one. So that's my oldest military bag I own, which I picked up for $15 at a Hy-Vee of all places. But now I'm adding water filter, which I didn't have before, to my system. I could be a little bit more prudent. I don't have to be as prudent as I have to be with my water because I'll be able to filter when I drink before I boil it. And still boil it if I need to, but at least I'll have that option. But that's what I've got so far, folks. I mean, nothing fancy, nothing outrageous, and it didn't cost me an arm and a leg. Do I want to add a frying pan to this setup? Yes, I do. I have some number three Griswolds. I plan on at least adding one of those to here, just like I did for the giveaway bag. Because you never know when you might need something like that. Let's see where I can add that one. I don't have a waist. I have a waist bag, don't I? Strap. I just don't want to use it yet. I have to wait and see. But my cook system is not super fancy or anything like that. It's just a pot with a lid. I mean, I do have a cup with a lid, and I've got the other items I could use to cook in if I need to. But at least this one, it's basically, it's, just a plate and a bowl. And I got a gripper. This is not the original one that came with it, but this was just a Miro one that works. I need to run that one through the dishwasher and get them cleaned up a little bit. That's what I might do later. But not, I mean, my bushcraft bag, I have not been working on it as long as I have my everyday carry Bugout bag. So that's something I need to work on. But I do have a really nice Z-Packs tarp system in here, which I'm really happy with. And I do need to figure out some way to carry this. It does need a little TLC with this right here. It's a little raised. I was suggested by Rob on the Road that add some resin or something in here. That way I don't have to file down this profile or anything like that. So I might consider doing that. Which mac and cheese did you get there, Cliff? Oh, that hurts. Now, the only thing I don't have in both of these is water. I have food in one, but not water because I drank it over the weekend. But that'll be something I'll be adding shortly. So I got to restock. And some stuff I will transfer from bag to bag, but hopefully I'm going to try to get some more military silverware so I don't have to carry as much all the time. Okay. Get that done. Put my axe back in there. And that's it for that one. That's what I've got for tonight, folks. If anybody has any questions, any suggestions, any ideas that, help me improve what I got, I'd be greatly appreciated. I got more stuff. I just haven't got it out right now. Well, not exactly pitch, more rosin than anything else. I was thinking using arrow tip ferrule tight glue, and I figured that would probably be a better use of. I already have it on hand, and it'd just be filling it in the gaps and then sanding it down. That way, I don't have to worry about getting hot spots on my hand when I use it. I know I have gloves. I actually have some leather fingerless gloves that I picked up that I could use with it, but those things are a little small for my hands. But that's what I've got for that's only the two things I decided to go through. So I don't carry a ton of stuff, but I do carry some decent stuff, and a lot of it is thrifted, which I didn't plan that way. It's just sort of I buy it when I find it, so I didn't know what else to do. Oh, my back hurts. And I made my coffee and I didn't even drink it. I did. No, I didn't drink my coffee. But there's people online that I've seen on YouTube especially that have done modifications to their Chamatina bolo machetes. And while they did a good job and everything, I didn't want to go that extensive. I mean, I'm going to clean it up, get the rust off of it, get it, sharpened. And I don't want to put too much extra work into it and trying to figure out a way to carry it. Now, I figured out a way to strap it to the outside of my pack when I need it. When I get my bow in here, it's in my office right now. It'll go with either bag. So I like carrying my bow with me because I like having that option of being able to hunt with it if I need to. Yes, people carry firearms, but my bow's different, especially since I'm left-handed. Not everybody can shoot it. Like I said, please feel free to ask me questions. I'm willing to answer any and all questions. Well, I have a question from my wife. Hey, love, what are you watching? Okay, just curious. I got my hearing aids in. I can hear it now. Now, that was the only thing I had planned for talk. It's going to be open for chat now. I was expecting people to be up here over an hour ago, but I have no idea where Jason and Cliff are. I know they Cliff's in the chat, but he said he might be up later. I don't know what's going on with that. And he hasn't answered my question about where do you get, what's the macaroni from? I had fish sticks for supper, so I think that was pretty cool. Man, I really do need to wash that. What's the question there, CR? Other than that, you're out of here at the top of the hour. I love you left your glasses in here. Macus? Is he in there with you?
Yeah, he's in with me.
Okay. Is there if I turn the heat down? Can I turn the heat down? It's a little warm in here. Cliff, he's calling for you. Your buddy's looking for you. Be right back, folks. Where?
Your buddy's on. Say hi to your buddy.
I'll turn the heat down a bit. It's so warm.
Okay.
It's 73 degrees in here. It's like okay, if this doesn't bring Cliff up, I don't know what. Hey, Howie. This is Mac. He was thrifted too. Technically. Right, love? Mac was thrifted too. He's a rescue. So, thrifted items. Mac was a thrifted. He was a rescue. So, he counts. He is a Russian blue. Right now, he's just going, ee. See? Look at that face. How can you not love this face? Hey, Sia. I hope everybody is doing well. I was just showing off both the different types of bags I have, Howie, both my bushcraft and my everyday carry, which is also my Bugout bag at this, in a pinch. And 90% of my items that I have are thrifted. Not all of them, but 90%. And I don't pay top price for anything if I can't help it. It's not because I don't want to. It's just that when I find things, I pick them up because you never know when you might need them. Mac, they're saying hi to you. They can't hear you. You can't hear them, but they're saying hi to you. Okay? Exactly. I mean, from my MSR water filter, which I picked up on Facebook Marketplace. I do have another stove I also got off of Facebook Marketplace, which is my Whisper Light, MSR Whisper Light. I paid half price for that. And quite a few other items. Another tent that I have that I will plan on carrying with my bushcraft bag is probably going to be my Light Fighter 1. it's a simple one person tent, but as soon as I get the winter kit with it, then it'd be more practical. That way it'd be a 4-season tent. I could just do everything with my tarps and stuff like that, but if I don't have to, I won't. Because I mean, I find really decent gear at a really decent price. I'm not exactly sure why they show up here, especially in where I live. There's no rhyme or reason for it, but they do. As long as they keep on doing it, I'm going to keep on buying it once I got the money for it. Right, Mac? Now I'm going to be going until about 9 o'clock, folks, because I'm a little tired. Because I had to drive a lot today. I had my physical therapy, which they upped my weight on my carry stuff because they're trying to get me weight conditioning. So I get a little tired. My back's a little sore, but recovering resources is another way of saying it. As another one is the 3 R's: reduce, reduce, recycle. And recycling gear is the best way to go. If you can recycle what other people are throwing out, I've found tons of gear in the trash that'll just is perfectly good. Okay, thank you, Cecilia. You want some coffee? Want some coffee? No? Okay. Exactly. Now, like I said, the flea market I went to, I put out a ton of videos earlier this week, folks. If you got a chance to go look at them, go look at them. Both from my phone and both from my GoPro. The GoPro has both days on it. Not my first, just my phone had the first day stuff. But 20 acres of stuff at the Watcher County Flea Market is a great place to get a good start on gear. It'll give you a chance to get gear that you normally wouldn't be able to get your hands on. And some of this stuff I should not even have my hands on because there's no way I could be able to afford it. My Light Fighter tent is like a $500, $300 or $400 tent. My Big Agnes is a $500+ tent, and all my tarps and so forth and so on. Even my sleeping pad, which I put in my Bugout bag, is $50. I got it for like $4 or $5. But yeah, remember. I'm not sure what happened just now. I'm going to do this. This is for you guys. Oh, I can't do that one. Dang it. I was going to hope to be able to do that one. I can't react like I want to. I got to upgrade to use reaction. I can't do that. That's okay. But I will put this down one more time. So if anybody's interested in coming up. Because other than that, that's what I've got. It's open for chat now, folks. Feel free to bring up a new topic, ask me new questions, ask yourself some new questions, put the word out there. I have no idea what you're going to talk about. All right. This is technically not a thrifted item, but a yards free box item. Was a simple citronella candle, which I did use over the weekend to keep the bugs down. Free. So we actually have 2 of those. The other one is a Colan version of the same thing. Free's my favorite price. Hey, Howie, check out this leather strap that I got for free. It was in the trash, along with 2 honing stones, a big tin sewing kit, this little hacksaw keyhole saw, which I'm going to use for my archery kit. I know it's a used blade, hacksaw blade, but it will make a good striker for ferro rods. I can break it up into like 3 or 4 pieces to reuse that. So it's not perfect by any means, because you can see it is used, but it will make really good strikers. And I have a lot of ferro rods, so. But I still like my Travertina. It's not the fanciest, it's not the best or anything like that, but I think it's well made. I like that sound. Now, I would like to put a 90-degree spine right here, or this little 1-inch spot right here. But I have not checked it with a ferro rod. Jenny does not like me doing that in the house. She'd use this on me if I did. I do need to sharpen the first part of this, the bolo part here, but because it gets sharp to about right here, and it kind of switches off into a little more dull. But this needs a little touch up. But I like the fact that it fits my hand, and I hadn't had a machete yet. Got plenty of axes, but that's my first machete. Ah, man. Now, Ian, like I said, Ian got a couple honing stones. He was given a propane gas stove, and he picked up another propane gas stove prior to that. And literally, the guy went from 10 to 5 to 3 to 1 to free, just to get it out of his shop. He said, just here, take it, type situation. I did not need another stove. So Ian took it, and he's going to let his mom use it for her candle making business. So that way she doesn't have to use her electric stove. So this way they can use it for melting their wax and getting their things situated for her candles. Now, we do have one of Ian's mom's candles. Hey, love, can you bring in the candle that Heidi made? Please. I thought you brought it in. I saw it. Now, Heidi, Ian's mom, does use recycled wax for her candles. And for those people who like this kind of thing, she makes these out of various candles she finds at secondhand stores, thrift shops, free boxes at yard sales. And she has her own mold, and she sells these for like $15. We got it for free, obviously. But yeah, for those people who like the spooky vibe, she makes all kinds of stuff like this. We didn't use it yet because we just like it the way it is. Right, love?
Yeah.
For those people who are interested, Jenny is going in for surgery on the 14th to get her foot fixed. And sometime thereafter, getting her teeth fixed. But spooky season, yes, we do have we have our skulls. Alas, poor York, I knew him, Horatio. He looks like he got hit in the head, got dented right there. Exactly, CR. Exactly. Howie says the best to you, hun. She says thank you, Howie. She's getting she literally has a screw loose in her foot from a previous surgery she had that broke loose and has been free floating in her foot for a while. She's now getting the chance to get it removed next Tuesday. So she can be in a walking boot a day, in and out, same day. And hopefully she won't be hurting as much. She did. Same foot, different injury, Cecilia. The screw is that from the previous surgery, hun? The screw? The screw that's loose, is that the one from the previous surgery? Yeah, it's from the surgery before that, why she had the second surgery, Cecilia. One of the screws from the first surgery she had this plate put in her shin where it shattered. That a screw from that surgery broke loose, has been free floating in her foot for months now. And this is the first time we've actually had a time where she can go in and get it taken care of. But she will be getting taken care of that next week. And soon after, she's got an abscess tooth to get taken care of as well. But she's got to wait till after her surgery in order to get that done. We wanted to get it done beforehand, but we didn't have enough time because she's got to be on medication and she can't take it during the day she has surgery. It's just outpatient surgery, but still surgery. I believe it's outpatient surgery, right, love?
What?
It's outpatient surgery is what you're getting, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Well, folks, I'm going to be going for like 12 more minutes, then I'm done. I am tired. I'm trying to talk to you guys, but I'm not bouncing my voice off of anybody, and I'm running out of things to say. I tried to talk about the thrifting because you don't have to be keeping your eyes out where to look. Don't get stuck on brand new items are the best items. Get used, repurposed items. They're perfectly fine. My military sleep system, a cold weather -30-degree bag, Goodwill, $8. But my items, not under $10 each, from the D.A.V thrift store, yard sales, garage sales, Facebook Marketplace. Just keep your eyes out. You can get decent gear for a decent price without breaking the bank, and you still outfit yourself comfortably, not just enough to survive on, but to live on. Like I said, I keep my full-on Big Agnes tent in my everyday carry backpack. The only thing I don't have in there is a sleep system and a sleeping pad, which I'm going to be adding that. I do have one. I just haven't added it yet. And that is a Big Agnes Q-Core SL sleeping pad, which I'm going to be adding to my kit. So that way I can at least sleep off the ground. My sleeping bag will not fit in there, but I will see about finding something I could use as a sleeping bag, depending on the season. That's a good idea. Oh, I can understand that. You got stuff you got to do, Cliff. I mean, your garden's important to you. I have no issues with that. As long as you tell me, okay? I mean, you say you're going to be up and, explain why you can't be, which is perfectly fine. You don't have to be. Just I'm running out. Also, the fact is, I had a really tough physical therapy session today, and it kind of tweaked my back a little bit, and I'm kind of sore. I have to take some more ibuprofen when I get done here. Also, I got to finish cleaning up my gear here for Jenny does a trip over in the morning. But if you guys need any questions answered, not tonight, if you don't have any tonight, but need to contact me on my YouTube channel here, or you could contact me on Instagram. I will answer any and all your questions about where I find my gear, how I find my gear, and help you find gear if you can't find it for yourself. I like doing this kind of thing. I really enjoy the hunt for new items. I mean, I have found stuff that I would love to have gotten for Cliff, especially some raised flower beds a while back, but I didn't have the money at the time. Eating what's important to you, that's perfectly good. CR, send me a picture of the gear you're building, at least. I want to see what you got. Especially that 70-year-old Mora. Now, let me get my Mora. I want to show it to you before everything gets too far in. I haven't had a chance to show you that yet. Almost forgot I put it on my bow shelf. Now, this is just nothing fancy or anything like that. I picked this up at the flea market. Just a simple $10 Mora. It's a 511C carbon. Nothing fancy. You can see it is a carbon. Brand new. I like it, the fact that it doesn't go all the way down to the sheath or anything like that, like some of the others I have. Bright red, not going to lose it. $10. Can't beat the price. Oh, I'm good. I'm up now. I'm going to finish my coffee anyway, Cliff. Come on up. Join me. Join. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. A little cross between Scooby-Doo and join us. But come on up, Cliff. I'm here. I still have like this much coffee to go through. Because I was talking so much at the beginning, I forgot to drink my coffee. But pop up. I've got the room. Let me see here. I'll put the link down there one more time. There's the link. Pop up. Anyone else? Be well, Howie. Thanks for coming.
Oh, whoops. I was
There
like,
you are.
why is my screen dark?
I have no idea. Long time no see.
Right.
No, but what do you think of my $10 Mora?
Yeah, not bad. It's one of the ones that floats, or is it just one of the safety orange?
This. It's actually red. It actually says so on the sheath. You can barely read it, but it just says red. But it looks orange on my camera for some reason.
Yeah, it looks orange on my side.
Huh?
So it looked orange on my side, like
I mean, when I'm
bright
looking
orange.
on my screen, it looks orange, but in my hands, it's red. Don't ask me what. Maybe it's the light. I don't know. I don't know how to change the colors on my screen to make it change. Be
You
darker.
can't. It's the camera itself.
Yeah, I mean, that's the second knife I bought. I don't normally buy blades when I'm at the flea market, but the one I got was this one.
The
My
machete.
Travertino. I just like the look of it. I mean, I heard about these things are not expensive blades. They're not. They're like $20-$25. I got it for $5, but I still got it for a deal. It's got some heft, and it's well built, and there's no, other than a little bit of surface throughout on one side, the other side's like really good. So, don't know what happened. Like maybe somebody had someplace where it had a lot of or something, but little, something, a little steel wool that'll be taking care of that in no time. Maybe some light sandpaper, maybe.
Just use a green scrubby pad.
I've got those.
Those work surprisingly well on metal.
Yeah, I've got a lot of those Scotch-Brite pads and that kind of thing. Also, this right here, strop. This was in the trash of all places.
Do you have any stropping compound for it?
Nope. What do you use for that? Is that more like a wax or something?
No, it's like
A
usually
rosin?
paste or a cream.
Yeah. I do not have anything like that, but I can still strop it for what I can.
Yeah, I'll eat your strop though.
It's a free strop. What am I worried about? I didn't pay anything for it.
Yeah, but if it's a free and it's a good strop, there's no point in destroying it.
Right. Ian found 2 honing stones in the same box. We found these in. I also got some a black powder item, which I'm still not sure what it is. An easy loader for black powder. Jeweler's Rouge, you mentioned that before, I believe, CR. But got a couple embroidered pictures for Jenny and some apple butter for her. She likes apple butter. Especially Amish-made apple butter. You know what I mean?
Nope, because I've never had apple butter.
You've never had apple butter?
Nope.
Oh, that's
Really?
too bad. See if we can get you some, because that's good stuff. Hey, hon. Cliff's never had apple butter. No, it would. I mean, you would probably got lost at this place. How big it was over the weekend, though.
I don't get lost.
I forget which row I'm in, but by the time I'm getting done, because I mean, I walked over. I think it was 9,776 steps on Saturday, which it turns out to be a little over 6 miles for 2 days. The time for that, I barely did a third of a mile back in August. That's a big bump up in steps.
Yes, it is.
Be well, CR. Thank you for coming. Really appreciate it. So, how is your saffron?
Planted.
Well, is it where you have it the ideal setup for your saffron, or what's the deal? Other than just throw dirt on it, it's in the ground type situation.
No, it's in semi-permanent location. One of them's in a planter because I didn't have anywhere else to stick it, and I was sitting there for like 30, 40 minutes trying to figure out where I wanted to put the rest of them. One of them's in a steel container, taking up about half, little over a third of the container.
Right.
But it's a container I can move if necessary. But everything is in containers. That way I can move stuff around.
I can understand that being a little bit more mobile, especially since it depends on weather and wind and all that other stuff.
Yeah, well, I'm not worried about weather. It's more of a convenience of whether or not I have to actually move where I need it to be.
Well, right sun kind of thing. That's what I mean. Sun conditions, weather conditions. If it's too windy in the spot, maybe it might not. I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out there. So I've never planted saffron. I don't know what it entails. Till you guys started talking about it, I didn't realize it was such a big bumper crop for money type situation.
It's similar to.
Hey, Treasure. I've never seen anybody use a calligraphy font on their names before.
What? No, what's going on?
BC Treasure Hunt Trails. I like the font. I love the calligraphy part. I think that's kind of cool. You were saying, sorry, my apologies.
Oh no, I was just trying to the easiest way to kind of describe what saffron's going to look like. It's essentially going to be like a giant tulip.
Oh, I understand what the plant is, but I didn't realize it was such a cash crop. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's I didn't realize it either until somebody mentioned it, and I was like, oh, I'm going to go buy that.
The only thing that I've heard mentioned in the past is ginseng here in Iowa, because that's a big cash crop here. Not as big in the as in the Appalachians, but still. But I know that you have to have a permit to hunt it down here in Iowa, and you can make some decent money if you get it at least a pound's worth dried. You can make some serious cash with it.
Yeah, I can do the same thing with citrus husks for some stupid reason. There's a thing for that for some odd reason. You gut your citrus fruits and you dry out the skins, and you can make a freaking ton of money off of that for some reason.
To who? Who would buy that?
China and Japan.
Oh, I did hear something to do with citrus husks from a place that processed fruit juices and stuff like that. They dumped a ton of couple metric tons of oranges, husks, and stuff like that in this one location where there was no trees or anything like that. Then they forgot about them for 20 years. They come back and it completely rehabilitated the whole area with trees and everything else because of all the compost made from the orange husks and stuff like that, which was kind of surprising. But
I can see that going for potatoes, but the skin of an orange will not grow another orange tree.
No. It didn't grow oranges. It decomposed and helped the current ecosystem revitalize itself.
Yeah, that's the only thing it can do is just be part of the nutritional balance for the soil.
I'm not sure. I know it was in the tonnage amounts, like several big giant tons of orange leavings, I guess. They just dumped it on the ground. They were going to do something with it. They forgot about it. Went back, and the whole place had been revitalized because the decomposing stuff fixed the soil, because the soil was really, really acidic at the time, but it wasn't when the time when they were done. And the animals and the plants and all stuff all came back. It went from barren to life everywhere type situation.
Yeah, that happens when you don't touch things.
Well,
Nature-
sort of like that. Was it
Nature
Czech
finds a way.
Yeah.
Always finds a way.
Yeah. Life finds a way. You got to use that. It does make sense. But it's like that one. Well, I'm not sure if it's Czechoslovakia or somewhere in the Scandinavia, Finland area, where they were supposed to put in a dam, and then they kept on putting it off because they couldn't make a decision. And then the beavers came in and built beaver dams and did the exact same thing for free.
Yeah, right. Exactly right where they needed it too.
Exactly. And they did a better job for free on their own. And it didn't cost them a cent. And it was going to cost them billions to build a dam there.
Yeah, because you got to block off the water. You got to put the anchoring, the footing, which you got to put really freaking far down there.
And a couple beavers just moved in and did it for free.
Yeah.
So that's always cool. So I'm assuming that BC is from British Columbia?
No, Bangkok. No, I'm just kidding.
It could be. That is a possibility. We've had people from all over the world here, so anything's possible. But I'm assuming it's British Columbia.
Yeah, no, that's I'm pretty sure that's British Columbia.
We have a lot of Canadians in here, so it's possible. We have Howie, we have CR, we have Cecilia, and Mallory from time to time. So why not BC too? So BC, welcome. And like I said, I love your font. I love the font. You don't see a lot of calligraphy here. So
-6.
where
The hell is he at that it's -6?
I'm going to look that up myself. I'm not curious.
That's got to be Canada. That's got to be Canada. Alaska, maybe? Yeah, Canada. Went to pop out my chat and forgot what I was doing.
Oh, in the Rocky Mountains, just below the Yukon. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, he's still in Canada though. That's
You
Canadian.
you technically lived in the Rockies yourself at one time.
When I lived in Denver, yes. They don't go down this way.
Well, I understand that.
They trail off more towards.
You did, but you were on the east side, not the west side.
Yeah, I was on the east side of the Rockies.
Now I've been through Denver and stuff. It's just now, is it one of my preferred places to go to? No. Was it on my list of places I wanted to be stationed? Yes, when I was in the service. I was supposed to be stationed at Lowry. I'm sure you probably know Lowry Air Force.
Oh, yeah, I've been to that base before.
Well, I was supposed to be stationed there. 1 week before I was supposed to be shipped out, they switched me over to California.
Oof.
To the Presidio of Monterey, which is like the smallest post you can get in California. Do you do a lot of thrifting over there or anything like that, secondhand there, Treasure? Because, I mean, I don't know what the thrifting situation is over in Canada, to be honest, other than what CR and Cecilia tell me. You know what I mean? I know you have a good amount of thrifting stuff you can do in yours where you're at, but you don't have the time. That's your biggest issue. You're kind of restricted on time because you're really busy in your garden or working.
Yeah, work essentially a 9 to 5 job and come home and do more yard work and try to keep my. I'm trying to get my stores up. I mean, I'm slowly acquiring.
That's cool that you did. I've done some metal detecting, but nothing major.
So far, that's what I've gotten this season for black turtle bush beans. Sad to say, that's all I've gotten for pinto beans.
Your mom has roses, doesn't she?
Yeah,
You should be able to get some rose hips, shouldn't you?
I'm like dealing with all those. And then the one that's actually doing decent again is always the cowpeas.
What about your sunflower seeds?
I still have the one tray from the big one, and I still gotta harvest all of the stuff out of the other one.
Well, I generally try to remember what you plant and you talked about. Now, I mean, I wouldn't mind getting some of your sunflower seeds that you've got, but
And then these are the yard long beans.
you need to start labeling them, Cliff.
No, I know what they are. Only red beans I have.
Are you going to make anything with them, or are you just going to use them for replanting?
A lot of these I'm going to use for replanting unless I can get more off my plants. But out of the 12 plants that I planted, this is all I'm getting.
Now, how many plants can you think you can propagate from there?
12. I had 12 plants.
No, from the seeds you got there.
Oh, from the seeds that I got there, I'll probably do another 12 or 15.
Okay. Now that you got your saffron and you got a lot less stuff area to plant now, right?
Well, the saffron's taking up one whole area. A fairly large space, to be honest. I was planning on growing stuff over there, but now I've got basically I can't touch that spot for 5 years.
Right. Did you see what BC Treasure does? He metal detects gold fields.
Yeah.
I heard people doing that. I've never done it. That particular thing. I've done metal detecting, but not like that.
No, you find all kinds of stuff over there because you can set your detectors for lead, copper, brass, stuff like that, and it'll pick up gold too. But the problem with it, you got to be very, very attuned to the settings because if you're not, you're going to end up pulling out a lot of fool's gold.
Well, that's why you calibrate it with a piece of gold. You already know what it is.
Yeah, you have to have something to zero out your background noise with.
Right. So, I mean, the best I've ever done was found some silver and some wheat pennies and stuff like that. Nothing fancy, But Ian's got a metal detector and the pinpointer and stuff. He just doesn't. He said, "I can't use it. It doesn't work." Yet it works perfectly fine. It just doesn't work for him.
No, he just doesn't know how to use it.
Well, I do. He doesn't want me to use it because it's his. Kind of, defeats the purpose of having it. You know what I mean? But I think it's kind of cool that he's doing the gold thing. I mean, what's the biggest nugget you've found so far? Doesn't hurt. That's a good, honest question to ask. Whether it's a couple grams to an ounce, it's possible because a lot of the tailings and stuff you can look and try to find stuff like that. I've watched Gold Rush a lot, so bear with me here. We don't get a lot of gold here in Iowa. I'm sure there's gold in New Mexico, but not in Iowa. What about you, Cliff? Any gold in your area?
There might be, but again, most of my state was underwater.
Well, it's possible it's got something there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of sand.
But black sand has what? Gold. Even gold dust is something.
Yeah, I have a higher chance of finding random bits of iron.
Yeah, I've seen somebody who went through the desert with a magnet and started picking up the metal filings and stuff, and they used they refined that to make a knife out of it.
Yeah. We got basically iron sand down here. Like I said, I'm at the bottom. It was at the bottom of a lake at one point, or an ocean, one of the two.
A big giant lake. A megalodon used to be over your house.
Maybe. If I dig far enough, I might just find random dinosaur bones. Who knows?
That would be really weird. You're digging in your garden, you pull out a dinosaur bone.
I'd have to dig really far down, and I'd kind of lose it if I pulled out like an ammonite shell or something like that. I'd be like, what the heck? Or a nautilus shell. I'd be like, what?
Oh, I can understand that. I watch a lot of metal detector channels, and there's this one guy, I can't remember his name right now. I used to watch him all the time. Haven't seen him in a while, but he used to use his canoe to find stuff with a mag.
Oh, are you talking about Oh my god, I forgot his channel name.
Older gentleman.
Yeah, beard, white, has a couple of cats and a dog.
I think so.
Trying to
And, there-
figure out.
and he sometimes hooks up with his kid who does it too, but I can't remember.
Yeah, it has a jet boat and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just forgot the name of his channel.
it's not something with canoe in it, I don't think.
No, that'd be Canoe Hound.
I haven't seen Canoe Hound, and that's Larry, right?
That's Dennis.
Dennis, sorry, Dennis. I haven't seen Dennis in forever. Aqua Chigger.
Yeah, Aqua Trigger. There you go.
I used to watch him all the time, but I haven't seen any of his stuff lately, so I wouldn't know. I know he went to England. That was the last time I seen anything he did, and he did pop up on my channel for for a while. So I love watching Aqua Trigger. There was another kid that he used to hang out with too that I see sometimes, but I haven't seen much of anything new. Oh, I guess you just uploaded a new video. Is that what you're saying? He said he was just eating. Next thing you know, he's up
I was eating.
Nugget Noggin, yes. That's how I remember gold, because of Nugget Noggin. Jake Diamati, I like watching him. He's not much of a metal detector as a diver nowadays. And then you got Jigging with Jordan, but I'm not sure he counts or not. I did watch, he got his boat stolen the other day. They broke his trailer for his boat.
Who steals a boat?
Yeah, he put the boat where the hitch is at, where it hooks up to the boat, right in the middle. They tried welding it, but it didn't work. Yeah, I watched Jake and I watched Jordan, and haven't seen Nugget Knot in forever, or Aqua Chigger in forever.
Yeah, I don't know what Chick's doing.
Who?
Chig?
Yeah, Aqua Chigger. I had not, like I said, I haven't seen his stuff in forever, so I don't know. I mean, now I have to. I'm curious now.
Oh, he put out a video a day ago.
Yeah, but I'm not kidding. Yeah,
That's weird. Who the
he's got 1.15 million subscribers. Wow. Oh wow, he put a fox video out 11 years ago. I did not know that. He saved a baby fox. Yes, I did.
All right, resubscribe to that because I wasn't getting notifications, which is weird.
For Aqua Jigger?
Yeah, I've been subbed to that guy for years.
Me too. And I mean, I'm gonna do the same thing you are, just because I have not gotten anything new from him forever. Usually, they're if you're subscribed, you're supposed to be popping up on your cage as they do lives, do whatever.
Yeah, usually.
Now I get my now I got to do Jake and Nugget Noggin and all them. But they're down south and they get to see a lot of more of the Civil War stuff that I don't get a lot here.
I believe he's in Georgia.
I thought he was in South Carolina.
Oh, that's Luke.
Does it say where he's from? Let's go check it out. He doesn't say where he's from. But I know he uses a Garrett metal detector. Ian's got a cheapie.
Garrett, I believe it's the Garrett 400.
Yeah.
which is like a $500 metal detector.
I think he gets his sponsored. He's sponsored.
Oh,
by
he
them.
all of his. He 100% sponsored. He's given away like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah. Who would you like to be sponsored by, Cliff?
Jaeger.
Jägermeister?
Yeah. But truth be told, honestly, probably Home Depot. I wouldn't mind having a Home Depot sponsor from that and get all kinds of free gardening supplies.
Well, what's another gardening center that you would like to have that you'd use?
Yeah, I'd consider Lowe's, but
No, I'm talking about actual gardening center, not just in general lumber,
ugh,
home stuff.
I don't have any really good ones over here that I'd want to be sponsored by.
We have some really good garden centers here, but
I've got garden centers, but not like epic garden centers.
we do. Now,
I have,
just to let you guys know, I did put out quite a few videos this week.
Yeah, I saw them. I just haven't had a chance to get to them, but I've been busy.
I put out all the ones I did off my phone and all the ones I did off my GoPro because it was just a lot easier to put them out individually than to try to combine them all into one big one. So, and I numbered them and everything. So, which ones are from the GoPro? We'll mention GoPro. The other ones are off my phone. I did so much video, I actually locked up my phone because I ran out of memory with all the stuff I was trying to do. If you read this, what you put down and then read what he put, he answers your question. But he did not.
No, his yes, I did came way.
I know
before
that. I know that. But it sounds like he did it right, but he says no. But I saw so much stuff at that flea market that you would love to have, guaranteed. And if I would have had extra cash, I would have got it. There's a couple items I'm picking up down the road from the people involved, but I have to wait later in the year to get it. And one of them is a new tripod for my fire pit. And I'm going to take it because he's from Iowa. I'm going to take Jenny down there to his shop, and we're going to pick the complete setup, so we don't have to worry about just piecemealing it once a year. Or 3 times a year. We can just go down and get everything all at once.
Gotcha.
And he's got some really nice stuff. Not as good as Grey Wolf's, who made our original set, but still some really nice stuff. That it'll complete what we lost. So that's pretty cool. And another guy I talked to is out of Marshalltown, and he's going to help me replace my bows that I lost. So I got a good portion of the ones I lost. I'm going to be picking up from him. About 15 bows or so, about between 20 and 30 pounds for $180. If anybody thinks that's a lot for the bows, these bows, no, it's not.
No, if you know bows, you can buy one bow for that price.
These are the fiberglass, low, good training weight for archery range bows. I just got to work my way to getting some more lower weight ones, which is like around 9 pounds, to up to like 45, 50 pounds for the heavier ones. But those are going to be piecemeal as I find them. But that's going to be, then I got to work on the backdrops, the targets, the awning, the trailer to carry everything. That's going to be the biggest one. But I was lucky to find the one I did when I did. But then some idiot wanted to steal it. That's the only thing that really sucks. And I have not heard anything from the police officer that I reported it to. I probably won't hear anything either, not surprisingly. So how was your weekend, Cliff? Because I didn't really get to see you much. Sorry. I was only on for your channel just a little bit. Because I was tired by the time I got to your channel.
Oh, I figured.
Because, that was the most I've walked in a long time. And my knee didn't hurt. My hips did, though. I was carrying that a black backpack to carry water in and stuff like that. Some guy thought I had an AR on my back because I had my my monopod in there with the handle sticking up.
That guy's an idiot if he doesn't know what the end of an AR looks like.
Well, it was right next to my my machete at the same time, so it was kind of combined. He thought it was all one piece. He didn't get a good look at it until he looked closer. Oh, that's what that is. What package is he referring to?
The one that he ordered.
From Vivor, most likely.
I think he's getting might be possibly getting a greenhouse cover, but I think he said he's going to try to fix that one. So he either got another heater band or some stickers for a challenge or more stickers.
I do have targets I could use for that challenge, but they're regular Daisy targets about that big. I just don't have a place I can shoot. That's the only issue. Because where I'm located now, I can't do that. Because we're like 2 blocks from the police department.
Yeah.
They kind of frown on that kind of thing. Especially since they go past our house at like 45 miles an hour with the lights blazing all the time. Oh, it's from Home Depot? I could have sworn it would have been from Vivor. The product you're trying to view is not currently available. So I don't think I got it. I can get it. Nope. Cliff, you try it. See if we can get it to work. That link does not work for me because it doesn't show me anything.
Yeah, it's already off the page. I clicked over. I'm back and forth between pages right now.
I think they're sold out. So the fact that he got it, probably got it before they sold out.
Ugly ass sweater.
What sweater is that?
Sweater on another page.
Oh.
Told you I'm back and forth between pages. I got like 6 pages up checking stuff.
I almost had a Roby cordless drill, except for one thing. Brand new in the case. No battery though. It had the charger, it had the drill, but no battery. For $35. He traded the battery for something else. Which, like, what's the whole point of me buying it if I can't use it?
Why'd you even consider buying it if you can't use it?
Exactly. Even though it was still brand new, never been used, he took the battery out for something else. And I can't afford to buy another Ryobi battery. Those things were expensive.
No, those ones are actually the cheap ones.
Well, I talked about me. I can't afford to buy another one. I was hoping for it. It had the battery in there. I would have paid for it and at least had a cordless drill that I could trust. But couldn't find a decent set of tools for that kind of thing. Oh man. But yeah, that's what basically what I've been doing. You saw some of the stuff that I've been keeping in my gear. Is there anything that you think I should add to my gear that I don't have in there yet, besides water and a sleeping bag?
No, I think you got pretty much everything covered.
Because I'm adding a sleeping pad, which is my Q core, my Big Agnes Q core. Ian used it over the weekend because he forgot his, and he loved it because he was going to sleep on the ground with his sleeping bag. He said, "I don't need one." Gets everything set up. He goes, "Dad, I need a sleeping pad."
Yeah. Should always pack an extra one for him because he's going to constantly say the same thing every time, and then he's going to realize that he needs one.
I packed an extra cot for him too. He did not want to put it up. Don't ask me why. It's just the way Ian was. I put my cot in my Big Agnes tent, and it barely fit. I couldn't sit up on it, but I could lay down on it. made me realize I need a smaller tent.
Or you need a
So-
bigger tent.
No, my tent's perfectly good size. It's just a 2-person tent for me. It's big enough. But there's a pack tent, cot that'll fit in a pack tent. That's a little smaller height wise. I think Nature Hike makes them. It can either be a foot tall or 6 inches tall. You seen those?
Yeah.
That's what I want to get for that. That way, if I had one of those, I could put it 6 inches. I would have had plenty of room. I wouldn't be on the ground. I just couldn't sit up to tie my boots or anything like that because it'd be too low. But at least I wouldn't be on the ground.
It's hard to do. It's hard to tie your shoes when you're on 6 inches anyway, because it's about the height of a curb.
Pretty much, yeah. But you see people in the videos say, well, they can get up off those things. 6 inches off the ground is not very high. But it's better than sleeping on the ground directly.
Yes.
And I heard that these cots are not very heavy either.
Yeah, most of those you can get like aluminum. The majority of them come with like aluminum framing. And
That's what I was thinking.
Steel legs. That's where most of the weight's at.
Right. And the thing is, I mean, for something like my Big Agnes tent, it would have fit in there perfectly. Still give me enough headroom to sit up if I needed to. And the Big Agnes is big enough as it is because it's a 2-person tent anyway. And it weighs next to nothing. So I can strap that, the cot right on the outside of my pack. Probably put my little collapsible camp chair with that too. I do have a pack chair, but I just don't pack it very often. Ian so far was the only one to use it because my knee won't bend quite yet. I'm getting there though. I can actually bend my knee pretty well, as you can see. That's the first time I've been able to do that.
Oh shit.
Blow your nose.
No, it's not even that. I'm just tired. Oh shit.
How many hours did you work today? Including the gardening.
Well, today's my day off, so I was pretty much outside all day.
Did you stay hydrated?
Sort of, not really.
What do you drink besides water? Anything?
Tea.
It can help you with a point if you put like some kind of lemon or something in there to help get your electrolytes back up.
No, I drink like I'll drink one of these of lemonade too, but not this particular. This one only ever gets water in it.
Right. Now I've got several of those kind of bottles.
I can replenish my electrolytes easy. It's called sleeping.
Well, this one here is technically supposed to be in my bushcraft bag, my glow-in-the-dark one.
Yeah.
I love this one because this one is I've never seen a glow-in-the-dark Nalgene bottle until this one. But I like it. I'm happy with it. It's supposed to be in my bushcraft bag. I just haven't put it back in there. So, I mean, I've got plenty of containers in there. But I did add the MSR water filter in there now because I never had one in there. So that's an upgrade right there, especially with the extra filter. Though I was planning on doing something with this other filter I got. You've seen the latest one I had came with 2 filters with it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what to do with that one though. But for $5, I couldn't say no. I just wish I would have got all 3 of them. Then I would have been, that would have been a lot better. But I didn't know there was 3 of them until I was going out the door. No, if you had a chance to pick up a brand new water filter at a yard sale or something like that, would you? Or would you just say, "Oh, I don't need it right now"?
Again, I don't really go to yard sales anymore.
Well, I mean, to me, it's just something I just happen to do. If I see it, I stop in. I don't have a lot of gardening to do. I mean, I got one plant which I've been taking care of, and that's my tomato plant. And my tomatoes are like that big now. They're not going to be super big like they're supposed to because I didn't have enough soil in there. But I got 3 of them.
Problem is, a lot of the yard sales around here is everyone's getting rid of clothing.
Well,
I have no
I
need.
do pick and choose which ones I go to, because if you see one that's got mostly clothes, then I don't look. But sometimes those are the places you should look, because they usually have the 1 or 2 items that you can't see right off the curb, or you're driving by, that might be in a box or something like that. You can find just about anything.
Yeah, I drive by them. You see them, drive by them, because if I don't need to spend money on something that's not going to help me, I'm not going to spend money on it.
Well, I picked up some really nice items secondhand. Ian got his MSR International for $20 at a yard sale. And you're not going to find those for $20 anywhere.
No. You also can't eat it.
He doesn't know how to use it properly yet. I do.
Yeah, but you still can't eat it. I'm trying to just basically get stuff that I can use to either grow food in or get food.
Well, you can use it to cook food, which is one thing you can do, because it runs off gasoline, as well as kerosene or white gas. So it gives you options, not just alcohol stove like I have.
I'm just looking forward to making me some more fresh lemonade.
Lemonade.
I got a bunch of lemons on that sucker this year.
How big are they?
I got some huge ones.
Well, let me see. You should have some around, don't you?
They're on the tree.
Well, take a
And
picture.
it's dark.
Take a picture and send me one. Let me see the picture of it, at least.
The picture's not really going to do it justice.
Well, it will for me, because I haven't seen a lemon tree in forever, to be honest. I mean,
I've showed you guys that I've had that lemon tree now. This is 3rd year.
yeah, but you never took any pictures of the lemons.
Yeah, I did.
No, I never got any.
I don't send pictures to everybody constantly. I'm not that needy for attention.
No, but if I find something cool, I will show you guys. You know that. Because I just think it's cool, and I think you might appreciate it.
Yeah, but I don't sit there and just send like all day long sending pictures of like.
It's not like it's like a cute kitten video type of situation, or a corgi video, like some people do off TikTok.
Oh, my itchy.
So I do send Jenny a lot of owl ones, just because she likes owls. So, we're going to be mowing this weekend. We can't mow much, but I told you about the reel mower that Jenny got, right?
The what?
The reel mower, the ones that don't take power, you just push it and it goes.
Oh yeah.
She found a brand new one in the box for $25. Unfortunately, it doesn't cut as nice as it does a power mower does. But she still likes it. It came with a grass catcher and everything. But before we got our power mower, that's all I used was one of those. And I didn't like it, but that's what I could afford at the time. Better than no mower at all. It does cut. It just needs adjusted height wise, because it left a lot of stuff. But in a pinch, it does work when you run out of gas.
Yeah, the push mowers aren't bad. They're just a pain in the butt to set the height for, because you have to do like one wheel at a time.
Right.
You got to make sure you lock that stupid little tab into the slot.
Right.
Because if you don't, the minute you push it, that thing will go clunk.
Yeah. The one with the reel mower, because it swivels, and you got to make sure each one's they're in the same hole. Otherwise, you're cattywampus.
Yeah, you cut your grass at an angle.
I mean, if you're planning on doing that, that's great. But if you don't,
I mean, it's not bad if you're doing the border, like you're doing a haircut fade. So you cut it, at an angle,
like a kid and play type situation.
Yeah, and then you do the rest of the field the same height, but you got to be paying attention.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, I don't get me wrong, the real mower works. It just needs a little bit of TLC. I had to put it together from scratch because it's all in pieces,
Yeah.
but it works. Don't get me wrong, it works. It's
It should
just
only have been like 6 pieces.
no, about 7, 8 pieces, including the catcher. And the catcher was the hardest part, surprisingly enough, because you had to put the rods in, then you had to screw them in the right spot, and this one back piece has got to be hanging down, hold it open, and all this other stuff. But
Should have just
I
been
never
two
understood
45-degree
catchers.
pigs that sit in holes.
I've always used mulcher mowers because I didn't have, if it's mulched, you don't have to bag it, because it's already chopped up, ready to use in your yard for fertilizer, so to speak. I guess that's what mulch mowers do, right?
Yeah. Well, that's what all mowers do most of the time.
Yeah, real mowers don't do that.
Now, a real mower just cuts it at whatever height you have the thing set at, but a standard lawn mower. Now, it depends on how you set the lawnmower because most gas-powered lawnmowers will. I don't know if the electric ones do or not, but they usually come with, for the discharge port, that's usually off to the side. There's a little plug that when you lift up the kick-out guard, you shove that in there and you push the guard down, and it basically turns it into a circle. So it just sits there as it's cutting and mowing. It just chops that stuff up like a blender.
Yeah, and that stuff that goes right back into the yard to make it work, better. But we don't have all our yard is up front of the house.
Yeah, all those grass clippings and stick them right in the garden bed.
I usually when I mow from the outside in, trying to get the blowing everything on the inside, where it's basically re-chopping it just like it would before. That way it doesn't blow into the street kind of thing.
I just mow in a square and then I rake everything to the middle.
My yard is so irregular, it's going like this. With the exception of where the driveway is over here and the curb. We have a sidewalk, sort of, but it's got a brick underneath a bunch of dirt.
So you need to clean it.
Yeah, we got to find it. Our landlords didn't even know there was a brick sidewalk under there until I started digging, and then I cleared off a brick about this far down under the dirt. So it's going to take a lot of time and tools that I don't have at the moment. I did have the tools at one time, but they're gone now. So I have to rebuy all my tools. I don't even have a place to store my tools anymore.
Yeah, I've got that same problem.
Huh?
So I've got that same problem. Most of my stuff just sits out in the dirt.
Well, yours doesn't rain much as it does here.
No, but the sun likes to eat everything.
Yeah, you probably got more wind than we do too.
Where I'm at, yeah, I got a ton of wind.
You're right off a highway though, aren't you?
It takes me like 10 minutes just to get to the highway.
A road then. I've seen the cars go past you when you're going.
Yeah, I'm like 10 feet from a road.
Yeah, you get a lot of big traffic or a little bit of traffic?
Depends on the season. I got a school. I literally have a school like 2 blocks down the road.
Okay. I don't have anything like that, but I've got the post office about a block and a half that way. And going up on the other side of that is the fire department and police department. I don't trust electric. I will not use an electric mower. Electric powered items are the bane of my existence. I don't like them. They should never.
You never like charging things.
It's bad enough I have an electric weed whacker. That's it.
Nothing wrong with an electric weed whacker.
I've got a Black & Decker. I picked it up for $10 at a second one of those bin stores.
I would 100% cheat, and I would get me like an Alice pack frame, and then just throw like the battery pack that I have on there. Just plug that shit into the battery pack and just walk around the yard with the battery pack in like a like a 6-foot extension cord.
This is the battery pack I'm talking about, Cliff.
Yeah,
That's all I have. It's one of these. Two of
yeah,
these.
Black and
I have
Decker
two
one.
of these. It's just a 20-volt lithium, but I also have a leaf blower. But I paid like $10 for it at a bin store, return store, and someone bought a big return pallet thing from Amazon, and it was in one of those. They sold it to a, Would I rather have a gas-powered one? You better believe it. More power, longer lasting. But that's
More power, not necessarily longer lasting.
Oh, I don't have to wait 5 hours for the freaking battery charge. I can just throw more fuel in it if I need to. I don't have to wait to get it to do its job.
Ease of convenience, yes.
I'd rather have that than wait 5 hours for a freaking battery to charge.
That's why you have 2 or 3 of them.
I've got 2. I don't want to have to buy another one.
I have like 5 20-volt max 5-amp batteries.
The only thing I'd really rather have cordless would probably be a drill. That's it. I don't want anything else. I've got a cord. Everything else is corded. I've got a really nice corded table saw, but that's about it. All my rest of the tools were in my trailer. I lost it.
Yeah, I don't think that's the one thing I probably wouldn't do is a corded or cordless table saw, like a battery operated one. You're going to burn that thing out. You're going to run your batteries out 30 minutes.
Right. But I got a really nice one. It's in a bag and everything. I had bought it the same week I lost the trailer, I think. I just hadn't taken it out of my truck to put in the trailer yet.
You got lucky.
Yeah. It's a nice one. I don't think I've really talked about it much. Give me a second here. I totally forgot I had it in my truck until Ian said, "Dad, you forgot about this."
It's still in there. Leave it there.
I totally forgot I picked it up. I was wrong. It's not a Black & Decker. It's not a Black & Decker. It's better. It's a skill saw. I picked this one up at Goodwill. So,
Yeah, again, you have to have an extension cord for that.
oh, I used to have them at the time when I had one. So, but I'd rather have one of these, for when I make my tools and make my projects and stuff. So I got it because I was planning on remaking a new rope bed for Ian because I know how to do all that stuff with the proper tools. It's just that all my good working tools are gone now. So I'm going to have to rebuild everything just before I can rebuild it. I wasn't planning on having to redo mine. That was the big thing. Because I was going to use mine as a template for his.
Yeah.
Because I just could have laid out the boards, marked it off with a pencil, done in like 20 minutes. But now I got to go all the way back to the plans I got it from and restart from scratch.
It shouldn't be that hard.
Well, it took me a lot of finagling because the original plans were a single bed, which would be perfect for Ian. Don't get me wrong, but he doesn't want a single bed anymore. He wants a full size bed. like we had. So now I got to make,
Do him a twin.
huh?
Do him a twin.
It was a twin, the design. He doesn't want a single bed.
A single is not a twin.
It is.
No, it is not.
According to the mattresses, it is.
No, it is not.
What's the difference?
Like a foot and a half.
Length?
Length can be, you can have a single on a 6 foot length, but it's the width of the mattress. There's a difference between a single, a twin, a king size, and a queen size.
And full.
Yeah, that's 5 different sizes.
The width of a full is 52 inches wide.
That's a California king.
No,
That'd be a
52.
king size.
No, full size. I measured our mattress, a full mattress, because it was a futon mattress. 52 inches. A full size is 52 by 72.
Shit, my tape measure's outside.
Say what?
My tape measure is outside. Otherwise, I'd measure my bed.
No, but I can make a rope bed that size.
You just need one the size of a twin. You don't need a full bed.
Well, Ian wants a full. Don't ask me why. He just does. And we would like to have a new one anyway, because mine was over 20 some years old.
It still worked the last time we set it up, as far as I remember.
Oh, it still worked. It was very comfortable. We still got the mattress. The mattress didn't make it into the trailer. It made it into the storage unit, which why we still have it. We're actually using it as an extra mattress pad on our bed right now. It starts every time when you have power there, Jason. No power means no go. So that's
Yeah, but you have solar.
I'd like to see somebody do a solar powered lawnmower or something like that.
No, you charge it with solar.
He doesn't have solar panels like that. He's got panels, but not in like that. You got panels on your house.
Yeah, I got all kinds. I got 2 backup solar panels for other various things too. I got a briefcase solar panel that I can charge a car or.
I know you showed us that at the gathering. You had it out for a little bit.
No, I didn't even take that. No, I didn't take the briefcase one with me. I took the one for my Blue Eddy that comes with the battery.
No, okay, I didn't know that was the one. Okay, I knew it.
Yeah, that's my 4-panel solar bag.
Okay.
Now that thing's actually pretty heavy, to be honest.
Well, would you want a rope bed?
Convenient.
If I could make you one?
Say what?
Would you want a rope bed if I made you one?
I can make one. They're not that hard.
No, I understand that. I was wondering if I made you one, would you take it?
How are you going to ship it over here?
Like anything else you ship. You just ship it.
Yeah, shipping lumber is going to be a pain in the ass.
It's going to be basically 8 pieces of lumber. That's it. But the thing is,
yeah, that package is going to cost you more to ship it than the actual material's worth.
Technically, I'm using 5 pieces of lumber to make 8 pieces for the bed. Headboard, footboard, and side rails, and the feet. Then you throw in the ropes. The ropes, I'll leave that up to you.
No, I got tons of rope. I got that in spades over here.
Right. And the thing is, once you get them together, they're very comfortable, as you already know. And, the design works. It's very compact. It'll fit in most vehicles, even small vehicles, which is really nice. And when I met Jenny, it's what I was sleeping on. She made me get a real bed.
6.5 feet. Just so I could sleep comfortably.
Well, I can make them any length. I used, I believe it was 2x8s. And I made.
Yours was, I think you had 2x6s and then 4x4 footers or feet.
Nope. All the boards were the same size. 2x6s or 2x6s or 2x8s. I can't remember.
Not the feet. I thought the feet were 4x4 posts.
The way I have them set up, it was because they were offset, cut in. They sandwiched in, went flush. Then where the key port went through, and I just put a wood peg in there, which made it stronger. And I had rattan pegs because a friend of mine had used them for the SCA, and he had some extra rattan to be just cut some pegs off because I forgot my pegs at home during one of my event I went to. So they ended up being rattan swords, holding the whole thing together. But it doesn't take much, and when you got them together and it's taut just enough with the right futon on there, oh my God, you can't ask for a more comfortable bed. But Jenny's really sensitive to that kind of thing, so she doesn't like them as much. I can sleep like a baby in it though. But they're great reenactment kits, beds for me anyway. Jenny wants to get a slat bed, which is very similar, but they have a little rail about that wide on the inside.
Yeah.
And you fit either boards or full-on sheets of wood down as a platform.
Plywood or slats.
Yeah. And that's great if you like it, but it's a little bit even more stiff than I really care for. But we have our futon mattress has got the intercoil springs, which offsets that. The
thing is, when you do that stuff, you have to get the freaking bed ribbing from stupid IKEA.
Why?
Because they're slightly arched.
Right.
So when you put your weight down on it, it flattens them out.
Okay, it flexes. Okay.
Instead of having flat and then you're sitting in a bowl.
Well, I could put...
Or you can reinforce.
Mm-hmm. One thing I like about my ropes, I mean, it gives that like an extra springy comfort. Just enough give to make it comfortable. The mattress I had originally was much worse than the one that we have now, though. The last one I had was like only about that thick and was from a really cheap futon. And I ended up giving that one away when we got this one. But I couldn't knock that one because someone gave it to me and it worked.
Gotcha.
And the ropes I originally had were nylon repelling ropes. And they sucked because they stretched so much. Then I went to the 3/8 manila rope, and that worked wonders. It's just really hard to remember which rope goes to which way because one's always longer than the other. And most people don't realize the ones going sideways are longer than the ones that go this way, lengthwise.
Oh, yeah, because you got more length going side to side than you do forward to back.
There's more holes to deal with. But you can add, like a big headboard on there if you really want to or anything like that. But I just never wanted to get that fancy. I just wanted to get functional. And function, anything that works, that's easy to transport, I loved. I used to transport that bed in a Dodge Colt. That's saying something. Very tight car with a full size bed.
Just to let you know, I'm going to be here for a few more minutes. I realize
I'm done in a minute, folks. I'm done.
Okay, good. I got some stuff outside I got to cover if it decides it wants to rain again. I do not want to get that wet.
I'm reaching my 3 hour, my 3 hour mark anyway in 1 minute.
I can't even tell because there's no timer on studio.
Oh, there is, but it's up here on mine.
Yeah, it's at the top. I don't like it up there.
It's showing me I have 32 seconds. And then I'll be done.
Close enough.
But I want to say thank you all for coming. Thank you for coming up, Cliff. I really appreciate it. We'll find out more about how your saffron goes as it goes. And I would love to get some of your sunflower seeds shelled, of course, because I want to see what I could make some really good trail mix with those. But that's what I want to do. And I'll probably argue with Jason more about the electric versus gas powered stuff in the future. But it is time for us to get out of here. Thank you all for coming. We're out of here. I'm Colin from Kincaid Outdoors. This is Cliff from Fox
Locked it
Outdoors.
outdoors.
You'll see him Saturday about 7:30, 8 o'clock.
7:30ish.
Somewhere between 7:30 and 8 o'clock, depending on when his gardening schedule lets him in. Be well, be safe. We're out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Know it, sow it, grow it.